With the creation of the new documentary known as Seaspiracy, exposing the entire fishing industry, and as you can imagine, this has triggered a lot of fish eaters, and specifically on TikTok, there's been a good amount of people spreading clueless information that Seaspiracy isn't a credible documentary, so we're going to go through it TikTok and debunk the nonsense.
So I watched Seaspiracy. It's a documentary about how industrial fishing is actually destroying our oceans, and the oceans are responsible for 90% of the oxygen even we humans breathe. So we really need to figure this out. They kind of position like vegan fish options or like vegan meats as a potential solution. What I don't understand about all these environmental documentaries is how they're not talking about the root cause, which is capitalism. Capitalism is a system built on earning profits. You can't have profits without exploiting something, either land resources, natural resources, or human resources. So either we destroy the environment or we have slaves. And right now we have a fun combination of both.
Now, this is something that I would like to describe as blaming culture. So it's when you have something like capitalism, for example, and then you have the consumer, and then someone wants to say, hey, it's capitalism's fault, and I do not want to take responsibility as a consumer. It's basically the same as being a parent and having two kids, and you ask them who did this terrible thing, and then they're just arguing. It was him. It was him. But the thing is, when you're arguing and blaming others, which is blaming culture, you don't get to the solution of the problem, which is the issue here. So we know that these industries are not going to do good. They just want their profit. So we have to take control as consumers to not buy these products and to not pay into them. And that's not going to happen when we're just blaming all our issues on capitalism and not taking responsibility as consumers to shut down these industries. Because if there is no consumer, if there are zero consumers, these businesses are not going to be businesses any longer. They're going to be gone. And the fish can finally live and the oceans can thrive. There's no rocket science to this logic.
Because after watching this movie, people are going to be like, well, why don't we just stop industrial fishing? Well, we can't, because someone has to earn a profit, and it's related to all these other people earning profits and blah, 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 blah. We also won't solve racism under capitalism. Why? Because racism was invented so that we had a class of people that we could exploit in order to earn a profit. And we still have that. We still have modern-day slaves in every brown country in the world.
So now she implies that industrial fishing won't stop because all these companies that control industrial fishing and they need to make their profits, and that's true. So that's why we say as consumers we need to stop buying into this torture and violence and harming the oceans. That's why we take responsibility as consumers and we stop giving them our money. So there's no rocket science to this whatsoever. And she also makes the point that racism won't be solved under capitalism, which I do not see how that was relevant to Seaspiracy, but let me just break this down. She claims that modern day slaves exist in every brown country. Well, first of all, you have to define what a brown country really is, and second of all, modern day slaves exist in every country right now. What do you think pigs are when they are kept in these cages, not even able to turn around? What do you think chickens are when they are kept in battery cages, stuck in their own feces just to lay eggs for human consumption? What do you think female dairy cows are when they are kept hooked up to a milk producing machine and repeatedly artificially inseminated, also known as rape, over and over just to produce milk for full-grown adult humans? They are enslaved. So slavery exists in every single country in the world right now. And as long as animal agriculture and the animal holocaust goes on, slavery will exist. It is modern day slavery, but it's happening in America too, and it's definitely happening on a mass scale. So if you want to pretend that you know what you're talking about, please actually know what you're talking about. Take control as a consumer and stop giving your money to these disgusting industries. Now, let that be a start. Please be sure to like this video. It helps the algorithm. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts down below, and also share it. We need the truth to get out to more people, so we need as many people spreading the truth as possible, because when these breakthroughs come and there's documentaries that are exposing these huge, powerful industries, they're going to be people that are paid to try and debunk these amazing documentaries. Regardless of how much proof we have, there's going to be people who oppose it. So on behalf of the trillions of fish who violently die and get murdered each year, and on behalf of the oceans, stop eating fish and go cruelty free.